there YouTube. Just wanted to do a quick tabletop review, I think it's called. A couple of little cheapy but excellent inventions that I brought from, where did I get? I got these from the Bushcraft store in Enfield. They've got a site online now, it's a really good shop. It's local to me, so I like it, but I think they sell these in a range of places anyway. The first one is the Light My Fire Grandpa's Fire Fork. And there's a little story behind it that apparently a man camping with his grandson took out a single length of wire and fashioned it into the most versatile holder we've ever seen. That's what it says on the back. But it's just the bollocks. I really like it. You comes with this little protective cover, so you don't stab yourself. And also when it gets a bit dirty, when you put it over the fire, you can put it back in there as well. But you just have to get a little. I mean, it does get burnt up over the fire, but you can just scrub it down with a scouring pad or whatever. But you just find a little stick, which I should have with me for the demonstration, but I haven't. But yeah, you just get a little stick, put it in there, shave the end off a bit so it fits in there, and then you can just put whatever you want over there. I think I've done sausages so far, but you could obviously cook whatever you want with it. It's just such a handy little tool. I mean, obviously you could make that yourself, but it costs like £3 I think. For the sake of £3, you probably have to buy a coat hanger and all that for that sort of price. Anyway, it's a really good little invention. I'll post some pictures after this of it in action over the fire with a sausage on it, but it tastes so nice. I've got sausage cooked over the fire as well. It's lovely. But other things you could do, I suppose you could do other forms of sausage like salami and stuff. You could do pretty much anything. Squirrel, whatever, fish, things like that. It's just a really good design, I thought. It's just a nice thing to put in your cook kit. Gives you a bit of I mean, I like boiling the bag rations and everything, but sometimes, especially if I'm in the woods for the whole day, my local woods, and I'm not too worried about weight and stuff, I like to take things like sausages, and I'll put some videos up of other things I cook, like a potato. Prepare it all before you go, put it in a bit of foil, put it in the fire, really nice. Boiling an egg in your water instead of boiling a bit, you know, things like that. It just makes it a bit more exciting because you get a bit bored with the rations, or at least I do. And then this next little thing is the UCO Micro Lantern for tea light candles. Now this is, obviously it's not going to, it actually lights up quite well. I haven't took this out yet because I've not spent an overnight since I got this a couple of weeks ago. So my girlfriend's pregnant at the minute, and she tends to bitch about things like that a little bit, which is understandable. But there, this is the micro lantern. It takes tea lights. So yeah, I just think it's going to be a really good little thing to hang up on your ridgeline in your tarp, over your hammock or over the floor wherever you're sleeping. Just give you a nice little glow to the. Obviously you've got your fire light next to you as well, but this will just give you a nice extra bit of light comfort even when it gets dark and you're on your own. Sometimes it's nice to have little lights going. Yeah, it just takes one tea light in the top there. It stores another one in the bottom, which I thought was quite cool. So you've got, I mean, if you get decent ones of these, and they're still not that expensive, you can buy a whole bag for £3 or £4 I think. And if you get decent ones, they do last a few hours. So in theory, if you just spending one night out and you had this little bit of kit, you could have it going all night if you want to. But yeah, so just light it, stick it back in, light it up, hang it up on your tarp, away you go. I think you can see that from that angle. Lovely little idea, I thought. Well, you know, it's really light as well. I mean, it probably weighs, I don't know, about 100 grams or something like that. Not heavy at all. Probably not even that actually. I don't know. Let me see if I can find that. 118 grams. 118 grams. So I wasn't far off there. With quite a wild guess being as I'm don't know a lot about weights. Yeah. So there you go. 118 grams. Really light, compact. And you could take that little chain off there if that pissed you off, or make it too rattly or whatever. Both those little things though, I mean, this is tenner, yeah, from the shop or wherever you get it from. About a tenner, 10 to 12 quid, but I just think for two cheap little things, they're quite good. Well, a tenner is money. At the end of the day, a tenner's a tenner these days, but I think it's worth it for something like that. It's cool.